We actually have to make sure that the same data drives the decision-making ability at all layers of the enterprise. So we're connecting and collecting the data from all of these best-of-breed cybersecurity tools. The first layer is the operational layer. That starts with the cybersecurity team, people who are in the SOC, the Security Operations Center, but also the people who are in the NOC, the Network Operations Center. They're the operational people. What they need to know is what I need to do to get my job done. The next layer is the managers of these operational people. They need to know how their people are doing. They need to know the different teams, which team is doing good, which team is needing more attention. And then at the next layer is the divisional layer. So the different divisions of the organization need to know how their divisions are doing and how the different teams within the division, they have to have that visibility. So that's kind of the VP level, organization VP level. And then the next layer is the C level. So we're talking about the CISO and the CIO. First, the CISO level, the CISO, the Chief Information Security Officer, needs to be able to know how their cybersecurity program is doing. Sometimes the compliance officer is separated from the Chief Information Security role, and then you need to have a separate set of reports for the compliance, VP of compliance, for example, and the CISO. Or sometimes the CISO needs to have also the compliance report, which means that he needs to have operational reports on security and he needs to have factual reports on the compliance performance. And then this data needs to be trickled up at the CIO level, who needs less details than the CISO or the VP of compliance, but he needs to overall know how his organization is doing from a cybersecurity, information security, and compliance perspective. And then what you really need to do also is to be able to deliver to the CEO and the board correct, accurate information so that they get a good sense of what their cybersecurity posture is. Most of the time, when there are major breaches, the board ends up firing even the CEO because they feel like the information they were getting about their cybersecurity posture was incorrect, and they were, for example, provided a false sense of security about how they are doing. And this is really the fundamental difference on how we do our thing. We're not assembling reports that are disjointed from what's happening on the ground. We're taking the information from the ground and we create these different layers so that the CEO sees what's relevant to him, and we're not overburdening it with technical mumbo jumbo. It's pure business information, but it comes directly from what the operational people are seeing. It's just distilled at a different level, at a different granularity. And that's the top down is the same thing. And there is another dimension. There's the dimension of tactical, from strategic to tactical. The strategic is how are you going to make decisions on what new evolutions of your cybersecurity program or your compliance program are you going to do. And then all the way to tactical is what I started with. What do you need to do today? What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do next week? And so we need to have all this reporting in this one tool coming from the same data so that everybody has the same view and there is no conflict of understanding of what's really happening in the organization.